Hey, good morning to you. Happy Monday, everybody. Mark again here at WeatherMan Plus. I have all your updates on everything that's been going on, as well as what's going on with that potential nor'easter in a couple of days, plus the next severe weather that we've been talking about here for almost 10 days now. You do have a lot of storms brewing in tonight, and this is some fast moving cells. 85 miles per hour. I've seen a couple up to 99 on that one. Tornado warning for Georgia. Georgia's been having a lot of issues. So I'm going to get this out to you as soon as I can. 95, 92. These cells are moving very fast. And so far, your wind gusts haven't been that bad. You've been getting a lot of wind gusts, but a lot of it is in the 40s to maybe the high 40s. A lot of people going down to the 30s now. The worst of it was in South Carolina. They had the 40s and the 50s. Some of them getting to the high 50s as this was going by. But this is heading through. It is a fast mover. It will be gone by early this afternoon for everybody, pretty much by 3 o'clock for everyone. But I do have the links in the description. That way it saves you time. You can see what you need to see. Support the channel, hit the like button, and make sure you watch it all the way through. Thank you for your support. If you've never been here before, hello. My name is Mark. I am all year long. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Now you're going to hear a lot of pattern flip or out of nowhere, and that's true, at least on their channel. On my channel, it's been about 10 days people's been knowing about this surface low going to South Carolina and bringing some damage and winds, as well as the tornadoes that's been coming with it. So make sure you subscribe because we are ahead of the curve. Don't take my word for it. Ask the community. We have the best community on YouTube. They will help you with anything you need. Ask them your questions, especially hurricane season. The best time to be ahead of the curve. Now, even though they have a tornado warning in Georgia as we speak, so far we had 2 tornadoes that did pop up. And it was along that long band as it was pulling towards southern Georgia, Panhandle, Florida, like we said. The last one so far was at 4:30 this afternoon. There was damage to a home, to the Antioch Church, guys. A lot of homes in the area, a lot of people in the area. It could have gotten even worse than it did. So thank God, hopefully no one's hurt. And I got some videos for you guys. This is by Faith Monique 85 with the snowfall coming down in Alabama. And being from the South myself, this is quite an exciting time. When I was in Louisiana, it came down like once every 10 years, so it's not too often. Links are always in the description for you to go watch these videos. And here's a video from Wes Grimes showing all the snowfall coming down in Alabama. And that is some very heavy snowfall rates right there. Especially being in the South, it was just hot, a lot of dew points. Now you got crisp air and snow coming down, heavy, wet snow. It's a lot of snowfall. And Brad Nitz at Huntsville National Weather Service in Alabama showed this video clip yesterday showing the snowfall rates coming down in Alabama. The other one was a lot worse. This is by Supergates 32. They saying they're already tired of the snow.
We tired of the snow. We tired of the snow. We already tired.
Already, just a little bit. I'm in Wisconsin, in Milwaukee. This is funny.
It's time to get back to the bed.
Now, some other big things that is happening. We still have some more rainfall coming to the West Coast. I do have your flash flooding and your percentages for you. But now we have a lot of power outages, guys. We have Oregon, 11,000. California starting to get better. They're at 36,000. It was over 80. Remember that. We have Tennessee, 14,000. Alabama, 11,000. Florida, 10,000. But Georgia, almost 110,000 homes without power. So they got hit the worst is over in Georgia. So remember, this link is in the description. You go over here and check on power outages, check on your county. It'll let you know who's working on your power outages and when it's going to be on. Because if they're working on somebody next to you, then yours is probably going to be next, guys. Now, there's a few things happening here. As you look at the water vapor, you can see the system leaving the mid-Atlantic, going to the northeast. But you can see also on the west coast that we have a big high pressure circling clockwise like this. And we have a bunch of runner storms that is going counterclockwise. And this is shoving all this atmospheric river right here going to the west coast. Now, I know that y'all do have drought things, and it does help y'all with y'all drought. But this is going to be for the next few days, mostly for Washington, Oregon. Then once it gets towards Thursday, then it's going to go down towards Northern California with a little bit of a system coming, bringing some winds and some heavy precipitation. After that, it's not going to happen for days, guys. Y'all going to be wide open. Precipitation is going to be gone. We're talking all the way until January 12th and 13th. Still nothing. So after you get this rainfall, it is going to be clear for quite some time. So if somebody's telling you you're going to be getting rain for the whole month, it's not true. Also, by Tuesday, we're going to start getting this set up Tuesday and a Wednesday of this little clipper system that's coming to the upper Midwest, and it will be dropping some snowfall for a few people and intercoastal Northeast. And your nor'easter, the evening of the 6th, it's not showing that it's going towards Northeast, guys. The only ones that's showing that is the Euro. GFS was the only one that was correct on this storm forming over South Carolina last night that y'all dealing with today. But you can see the update. It does form right off the coast, and it forms late. Goes up on that high ridge just like we saw on the 6th, and this is the 6th through the 8th. Misses the Northeast, gets just a little bit, but then our severe weather event really kicks in for the 8th going into the 9th. We're going to get a big high pressure on the right side of the country, mostly to the southeast. It's going to be spinning clockwise. We're going to be getting this cold air that is going to be coming in, spinning clockwise as well. Now this is going to pull all this precipitation up from the Gulf, all this moisture, bring a lot of warm temperatures, a lot of dew points, with a lot of cold air coming down, clashing at it. And this will be your next severe weather event, guys. And it's all the way into the evening of the 8th to the 9th. So as we look at all the ensembles, you know how you got all them lines telling you a little bit of data on this one, a little bit of data on this one. What will it do? What will it do? Well, this is how you picture those lines instead of just looking at the lines. Each one represents the marker. And you can see the storm we're getting now, all of them pretty much agreeing where it's at, where it's going. It will be heading out and going to the northeast, as well as our clipper that is coming in within a couple of days. It's going to be up over the upper Midwest, right above the Ohio Valley, and almost all of them agree that this is where this system is going, guys, and it is going to be dropping 1 to 5 inches of snowfall. But when you go into Friday around the 7th and you see what's happening with that possible nor'easter, there is very few that shows that it will form up and be a nor'easter. If anything, it will be towards the New England states and not along the coast of the Northeast anymore. Then on the 5th, we have that clipper coming through the upper Midwest, getting intercoastal Northeast. All the models agree. But when that next surface low comes up on the 6th, the trend has always been an eastward push, and it's still showing an eastward push. Only a few models is showing that it will be right on the 7th, early in the morning, maybe for the New England states on a wraparound, putting some snowfall as well. That's those 3, but then again, maybe 4. But that's 4 out of 30, guys. That's like 5%. Now, either way, it is close enough to where if it gets enough rotation, even if it is further away, it will still hit the coast of the Northeast. Now, this is the latest one that's come out, and you can see our system going to the Northeast. That's pretty much a given. You can see all the precipitation coming to the Northwest, the energy coming across the upper Midwest, getting your clipper coming from Canada, then it goes back to Canada and intercoastal Northeast. Then once we come up to the 6th and the 7th, you can see the surface low forms right off the coast of Virginia, North Carolina. Might get some snow on a wraparound for southern Jersey, Delaware, and Maryland, also for Virginia. But you see how further it is away now. It's forming a lot later. It's not rotating as much precipitation into that cold temperatures, and it's really far away. Not getting all that snowfall that it's showing. The fact is, January 9th is when the severe weather event is going to happen. You got this big high pressure circling over here on the right, like I showed you, pulling all this tropical moisture, all these warm temperatures, warm dew points way high into the country. We actually get a surface low right here over Oklahoma, but it actually gets elongated and squeezed in between this high pressure of cold air that's coming smacking down. This is a global model, so you're not going to see high definition out of it in a lot of storms. That will update as we get closer. Remember, guys, all the way back to Mayfield, Kentucky, with all that severe weather, all the way to the one we just had, we did the same thing, and the outcome did get more detail as we get closer, and it showed true. This is going to be a thing. It's not going to be the nor'easter as the thing. This severe weather is going to be strong. You got these 2 high pressures clashing, and we all know that once you get 2 high pressures together, it will create winds as well. But look how it just elongated that low pressure. It's just out of here, and now you got 2 high pressures battling, just banging each other. As this moves away, this is going to move down. Now, the Euro shows that it does form up that surface low, and it does go deep towards Tennessee on the 6th, and it does get a potential coast surface low, and that's why GFS might be seeing a surface low right off the coast of Virginia. At the same time, it's saying they will get a front-induced low, so it could be 2 that comes into one strong system right towards the northeast. And that would be a negative tilt right here on the right and pulling all that precipitation into these cold temperatures. And if that would play out, it would be a lot of snowfall, strengthening up as it leaves down to a 976. So let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think the Euro is correct? And maybe just because you want this big storm. But do you think the Euro is correct? Or do you think the GFS is correct? And the GFS is the one that saw the storm y'all dealing with now. And if you follow the cyclone locations according to the GFS, you can see the storm we're getting now. Then you can see that clipper that we're going to get on the 4th and the 5th. But after that, we get some multiple possibilities. We can get a weak system, which could be like the Euro showed. You get a weak surface low, while we get a strong surface low on the intercoastal northeast that strengthens up and becomes that nor'easter. But when we look at the NAO, the North Atlantic Oscillation, lets us know if we're in a deep trough or a higher ridge on the east side of the country. You can see once we get to the 4th and the 5th, according to the Euro, that it does start going towards the northeast. And once you hit the 5th, it goes on an extreme high ridge to the northeast all the way to the 6th. Then it'll start relaxing down around the 9th. And right here on this 9th is when we're going to get that trough in. That's when we're going to get our next severe weather, guys. GFS is confirming this motion as well, all the way from the 5th, and then it's going to start going up on that high ridge all the way to the 6th to the northeast. But again, right towards the 9th, we're going to start getting that trough, that next severe weather event in our country. Now, really, all the way up to early this morning, this is yesterday, this is for Sunday into Monday. You still have the heavy snowfall in all this stripe section here, according to the National Weather Service. You have severe thunderstorms possible in all this yellow with heavy flash flooding still for North Carolina in this red. While you're getting thunderstorms on the northwest for Oregon and Washington, some mixed precipitation, higher elevations, and some heavy snowfall, major snowfall. Now you do have your tornado threat for today. It does change from this. This was all the way until 7 o'clock. So all the way as it passes by South Carolina to North Carolina, you're still in this 2% and this 5% for tornadoes. This is still 7 o'clock this morning. And so far, your cities and your states for your tornado risk for today, up to 7 a.m. this morning, is Tallahassee, Florida, which has already passed through. Savannah, Georgia, it's already passed through. Fayette, North Carolina still. Columbia, South Carolina. Charleston, South Carolina. And this flash flooding risk still stretched all the way to the coast of North Carolina and Virginia with a marginal, and you still have that slight risk for North Carolina. Plus you had Oregon, Southern Washington, all in the marginal for flash flooding. This is all the way until early this morning. But from 7 a.m. all the way until tomorrow morning, now you got the heavy snowfall right here in the stripe section. You have the mixed precipitation, the snowfall in the white, and rain in the green. As well as the west coast, you have major snowfall, heavy snowfall in the higher elevations for Washington, Oregon, and Northern California, as well as some of Idaho as well, while you're getting rain along the coast. And now for the rest of the day on that storm system, you're in a marginal for severe weather right here by Raleigh, and slight risk right here in the yellow. And this is for tornadoes, guys. You have a 2% in the green and a 5% in the brown. And here's your cities and your states for your tornado risk for the rest of today. And your strongest risk is Greenville, North Carolina, Jacksonville, North Carolina, New Bern, North Carolina, Kingston, North Carolina, and Havelock, North Carolina. And you still have a flash flooding risk for the coast of Virginia and North Carolina as is finished training through for the rest of the day for today. And Southern Oregon, Northern California, you are in a marginal for flash flooding risk as this front continues to go down. Going into tomorrow, all you got left is Southern Oregon and Northern California for the flash flooding risk. So this will continue into tomorrow as well. Now I'm going to go through what each one of the models is showing real quick on the winds. This way we can stay alert on everything. And according to the NAM 3K so far, you're going to be getting 50 and 60 miles per hour winds still as you go through southern Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia. While you're getting 50, 60, even 70 and 80 miles per hour winds right off the coast of Oregon. And as that goes off, you're still going to get those winds on the west side of the country. When that clipper comes through, it is going to bring some 50 and 60 miles per hour wind gusts all the way through South Dakota, Kansas, Iowa, even portions of Kansas, Missouri. But the Ohio Valley, you're going to get some 50, even some high 50 miles per hour wind gusts as this clipper system moves through. You're going to be on the south side. On the north side, this precipitation is going to go on a wraparound and drop snowfall while y'all getting damaging winds. The Euro sees about the same thing. It shows it's going to be a little more wilder right off the coast of North Carolina and Virginia. So just be aware, it could be some 60, 70, even 80 miles per hour wind gusts going right off the coast. So far, it's showing the highest is 105. So just be aware this system is moving away, and it does have intensity going with it. So definitely stay off the water. And it shows when that next clipper comes through the Ohio Valley in the central U.S. that it will have high 40 miles per hour wind gusts and maybe get up to 50 for the eastern Ohio Valley and the intercoastal Northeast as it leaves. But then that next system that comes through is going to be bringing 40 and 50 miles per hour wind gusts towards Virginia, Delaware, southern Jersey, Maryland, even for the New England states, bringing 50 and 60 miles per hour wind gusts with it, especially for Boston. Now, this is within 5 days, and that shows so far by Friday, January 7th, by 6 p.m., got a lot of winds potential coming to New England states. So let's get a little timing on this. High resolution rapid refresh. As the storm comes through, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, it's going to start leaving western North Carolina, and the snowfall is moving through northern North Carolina and Virginia, Maryland, southern Jersey, Delaware. Now it's going to transfer over from freezing rain to snow come 12 o'clock, 2 p.m. for sure. On its way out, still dropping heavy snowfall, but most of it's going to be gone by 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 5 at the very latest for southern Delaware. Now, as this storm finishes pushing to the northeast, this band will intensify a little bit more as it goes out North Carolina by 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock this morning. By 10 o'clock, then all the precipitation is going to be gone. It's going to drop the snowfall. It's over water. Getting a lot of winds over water. But by 10 o'clock in the morning, that's about it. And you can see how it strengthens up 6 o'clock this morning. You started getting a 10 out of 10 chance for tornado for North Carolina as that system's going to the north, leaving that big front with all them cells flowing by. That's 12 out of 10 chance on the way out. 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock is your last chance with your tornado perimeters, and then your cells will be gone by 10 o'clock for sure. But you can see here on your shear, you do get some weak cells passing through North Carolina until 7 o'clock in the morning. 8 o'clock, it'll be along the coast, strengthening up a little bit more, but it don't look like a whole bunch to worry about. You might get some water spouts on the way out. You might get a tornado that goes off until a water spout. It does strengthen on the way out. But definitely by 8 o'clock this morning, 9 o'clock this morning, the threat will be gone. But you still got to deal with the winds and the weather after that. It's just your tornado threat will be gone. But you can see it does have damage and winds with it. 7 to 8 o'clock in the morning, the thing's just rotating. Some nasty winds around 50 and 60 miles per hour at 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock, it starts moving towards North Carolina, and you still got 50 and 60 miles per hour wind gusts rotating towards South Carolina, towards the coast. By 10 o'clock in the morning, it makes it to the coast. By 11 and 12, then it's gone from South Carolina. Now you're in the 40s while it's swinging over the New England states. And from Maryland and Delaware, maybe a little bit of Jersey getting 40 miles per hour wind gusts, but it looks like everybody's in the 40 to the high 40 miles per hour wind gusts. Right in the bay, it looks like it's 50 and 60 as this pulls away. So just be aware, it is a strong system going right by y'all. And this path of snow will be coming all morning long. It will be leaving Virginia and just Maryland, Delaware, southern Jersey come 3 p.m. this afternoon. And then it's going to move away from y'all definitely by 5, probably by 4. And you can see here on your total precipitation by type that you have a lot of rainfall coming in this block. You can see who's going to be getting a lot of snowfall and where a lot of the sleet will fall as well, guys. Not a lot of freezing rain, but there is a lot of sleet and snow coming with this storm. It's not done yet. Now, high resolution rapid refresh shows that the sleet will fall all morning long, but it will pretty much hit northern North Carolina with about 1/10 of an inch, not a whole bunch. All of it's going to be towards Maryland and Delaware. And it's showing up to 3 inches, guys. 3 inches of sleet straight across Virginia, straight across Maryland and southern Delaware. Even getting 1/10 of an inch for southern Jersey. That is a lot of sleet. Be careful for power outages, please. And snow. High resolution rapid refresh takes it over a foot all the way from Virginia to southern Jersey, with most people getting 15 inches. This is going to be some very much major snowfall. I would love to see that. That's a lot of snow. Now you can see here that this clipper that comes the last few runs has been showing it in the same spot. And GFS did see this potential nor'easter going up on this high ridge to the intercoastal northeast, but all the latest runs takes it further south and it pushes it further east and it takes it weaker. I'm telling you, this main event is going to be right after that system pushes off, and we have these two high pressures bringing all these 50 and 60 miles per hour wind gusts all the way from central U.S. to the Ohio Valley to the intercoastal Northeast. These two high pressures smushing together is not going to be good. This is it on the 9th. You have all your warm temperatures coming up. You have your big high pressure of your cold air coming down, and they clash all the way from Illinois, all the way down to Texas and Oklahoma, and this will create your line of your severe weather. And it does push east, southeast, straight down. And your dew points is just going to fill the atmosphere once again, and there you are right there on the evening of the 9th, all the way from southern Illinois, all the way to Oklahoma. This right here is where your severe weather event is going to start, and it's going to continue to push south. Now, this will take 6 days for all this to come into fruition. And when you look at the GFS, you can see you do get a lot of heavy precipitation on the West Coast, Washington, Oregon, and Northern California, anywhere from 6 to 9 inches. Remember, after this rain comes, you will be clear of weather for the second half of January. And at the same time, you can see how the Northeast gets that rainfall, the snow, everything from this system, but it don't add up to a lot more after that. Because that next system, according to GFS, will go off into the Atlantic and strengthen up out there. It will not be a nor'easter. With the snowfall that comes down with it, and it does look like everything that is shown high resolution rapid refresh. The only difference is it does show that Long Island and a little bit of Connecticut, Rhode Island, and maybe some of Massachusetts southeast side might get some snowfall out of it. That's about all that's coming out of the GFS. On that second storm, it's not adding up to no major snowfall. That's what the Euro is showing. And that clipper coming through will bring 1 to 5 inches all across the upper Midwest, and a lot of heavy snowfall to the northwest, higher elevations. Idaho, you can get anywhere from 3 to 4 feet of snow. You can get anywhere from 5 to 6 feet. For Washington, even more, 81 inches. A lot of snowfall coming to the higher elevations. The Euro shows the same thing for the northwest, and it shows that next track is going to take a little bit deeper of a track with the precipitation, which will be snowfall, and it will be a lot of precipitation in the northeast, which could be snowfall. So to be well-rounded, I brought in another model, and I brought in the Canadian model, and it shows exactly like the Euro. It's showing the major snowfall. It's showing the snow coming across the central U.S. I even checked the blend of National Weather Service models, and it's showing same thing as the Euro so far. So there's a possibility that GFS is picking up that surface low that will be weaker than the system that does come through, and that surface low isn't going to be that nor'easter, that there will be a inland nor'easter. That's what I'm picking up, that it will be a lot of rainfall probably for the coast, and everybody else on the intercoastal northeast will be seeing a major snowfall. So it's still a few days away, but it is trending with the Euro saying with the snowfall. And here's the Euro right here. Just like the Canadian, just like the blend of National Weather Service models, that we're going to get 1 to 5 inches all the way across to the Ohio Valley, Tennessee, Kentucky, southern Ohio Valley, everybody getting on that snowfall, and major snowfall coming to the northeast, over a foot. And that's the update on everything going on so far with the severe weather, guys. So I do hope it did help you. Please share this on social media, alert others to what's going on. And if you've never been here before, this is a favorite part of my channel, in my opinion. This is where I share a word of our Father. Now, don't leave just yet. I'm not trying to push any religion on you. That's actually the incorrect way to try and show somebody something about God, because God's all about love. Amen. So I'm just going to spread my love towards you. And I don't want you to do anything. Don't even want you to do what I'm doing. I just want you to listen. I just want to share love to you. I don't want to push religion on you. That's all your choice. But I pray for everybody to be safe. Power outages are going out like crazy, and there's still more to come. That was with all the 50 miles per hour, probably even 60 wind gusts that come through. So remember, whenever there's 50 miles per hour wind gusts, that's usually your map for power outages. But let's start off our Monday beautiful, guys. You're going to work, going to school. Have a beautiful day. You're the one that's the maker of that. Stay positive, and you will get positive results. That's a fact. Just start off on a good foot. That's all I'm asking. Give it a chance. Psalm 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doeth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. Amen. Have a great day today, guys. Thank you so much for visiting my channel today. It looks like the winds are calming down. They're going down to 45s and 40s. So it shouldn't be that much severe. It looks like the storm is weakening as it leaves. Still have all the effects, though. Have fun in the snow for those that wanted it. For those that didn't, I'm sorry. All power, all glory does go to God, God of Jacob, our Father. And his name is Yahweh. Amen. Happy Monday, guys. Hallelujah. Have a very great day.